وَأَتِمُّوا الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ.
So don't waste your time in Madinah Munawwara, right? Don't waste your time in Madinah Munawwara. The idea is always just to try and engross in the history of Madinah Munawwara to the extent that it develops love for this deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because it came with a lot of struggle. Today you and I are just benefiting, we are reaping the rewards of the suffering of the people of before, but understand what they had to go through so that deen can reach us today, inshallah. We are hopeful that we are successful with our a'mal, with whatever we do, right? That is the idea of it, inshallah. So go through all of those history and try to familiarize yourself before you go. If you know tomorrow we're going to Qubba, then we're going to Qibla, wherever, familiarize yourself with all the history of that. So when you go there, you can actually literally, if you're standing in Qiblatain, for example, Masjid Qiblatain, the Masjid of two Qiblas, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam at the time of the Dhuhr Salah is standing in Masjid Qiblatain with Sahaba Ikram, and then the verse of the Quran comes, فَوَلِّ وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. Whilst they're in Salah, 2 rakats is made towards Masjid al-Aqsa, and then 2 rakats is made in the completely opposite direction towards Masjid al-Haram in Makkah al-Mukarramah. So you can just try and picture that entire incident in that place itself, so they've kind of restored as well as preserved the history so that inshallah we can relate to it. And this will bring true testament to the Quran itself, because now you want to find فَوَلِّ وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ, where it happened. You can go and identify the places there today. This is what brings people to Islam. When you speak about different things and you see the miracle of it in the Quran, which 40 years ago, how would we have ever related, right? Now you can see, this is actually where it happened. This is when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam did this. This is what this Quran, this ayat refers to. You can literally put it together and it gives you a beautiful picture, inshallah. So that's the idea of it in Madinatul Munawwara. So in the days itself, I told you how to utilize your time in terms of your ibadat. You'll have a lot of free time. It's very, very peaceful in Madinah Munawwara. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua for the people of Madinah Munawwara. So please make sure 2 things, right? One is that those who are naturally aggressive, like we can lose it very quickly, we have to be very, very in control of our emotions, especially in Madinah Munawwara, right? And number 2, those who may be smokers, right? Sometimes you need a puff here and there, wherever. Just be careful, number 1, where you do it, and number 2, if you're not getting it on time, you have to control the emotions of that as well, that can kick off, right? So it's very important, because you see that sometimes the little things that sometimes irritate the mind, and it sounds so, insignificant to say it, but what happens is people have a burst, they have this burst out at that particular time. They say the wrong thing, right? Or sometimes you're swearing at somebody. Maybe you're swearing at the shopkeeper. Maybe whatever, the tea just wasn't right. Sugar, whatever, right? At that particular time, whatever comes out, if it's harsh, aggressive, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam made dua against people who treat or ill-treat the people of Madinah Munawwara. And you'll find their hearts are very soft. So as soon as you ill-treat them, that man's heart gets hurt. Even his right, wrong, nobody cares. But the point is, his heart gets hurt. He may be a wali of Allah, you don't know. And suddenly his heart is broken. We are literally depriving ourselves from going back to Madinah Munawwara. Because it's literally, like Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that those who have they don't have good akhlaq, they have bad character. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam made dua against people like that. Don't bring her. They must be expelled from Madinah Munawwara. He made dua like that against people, Even in terms of even sicknesses, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam even made dua that all the humma, in other words, the fevers must be transferred to Juhfa, So everything was considered to be taken out of anything bad, anything negative was considered to be taken out of Madinah Munawwara with the dua of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. That is why it was called Taaba or Tayyiba Medina, the beautiful, pure city of Medina, because anything you do there is pure. That is why ulama ikram say that even if you need to buy things, you're buying gifts, you're bringing things for the home or whatever it is, and most of you are going without your wives, you have to bring back gifts, right? Most of your shopping must be done in Madinah Munawwara, right? Because the barakah, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam made dua for the saw, for the mud, for the weight and measure, really, it's for the economy of Madinah Munawwara. So people who are dealing in business, people who are buying there, they are supporting the economy of Madinah Munawwara. All of that amounts to the barakah that you will bring back, inshallah. And guaranteed, take it, guaranteed. You will see it in your business, you will see it in whatever you do. You will see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will create more and more opportunities for you. You will see the barakah of that, right? That is why the hadith mentions that تَابِعُ بَيْنَ الْحَجِّ وَالْعُمْرَةِ فَإِنَّهُمَا عَنِ الْفَقْرِ, right? So you should consecutively do Umrah and Hajj. Consecutively do Umrah and Hajj. The intention is obviously to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because these are things that it totally wipes out poverty. A person never becomes poor by this because of how you are spending. I mean, it's a lot of money to spend nowadays as well. So don't count those little pennies. Don't count those little cents. Oh, look, we have to pay. It's khair, whatever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will grant us. When you see your life opens up like this, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.